They want to play with fire? Then let's turn up the heat.
Fast and the Furious Crossroads is the latest game in the popular racing franchise. This time we start off as Vienna and Cam, who after meeting with Dom and Letty will be new members of Toretto's crew, through unfortunate events as the story unfolds. As expected from the movies and previous games in this franchise, racing should be taken with a grain of salt. It's an action-packed, high-speed arcade racer with weapons and extreme moments that would never happen in real life. Joining you in your adventure are Dom, Letty and Roman, and together you will try and stop the villain whose goal it is to attack the United States with a highly destructive weapon. Depending on the level you are in, you can race with one of 5 characters, namely Dom, Letty, Vienna, Cam or Roman. Each character can use Nitro and Sideways Slam, and then each character has one special skill, such as using rockets, a grapple hook, a hacking device, and using an oil slick. Sometimes it's necessary to change characters during a level in order to defeat a certain enemy. Besides the skills, gameplay isn't really that complicated. It's just an arcade racer with a twist. I've never used the handbrake, or didn't even brake that often to be honest. Completing the story mode is quite easy and can be done without needing to retry a mission too often. Each level is between 5 to 10 minutes long and is divided into checkpoints, so even if you don't succeed, you can easily start over from near the end of the level. Even most story related trophies can be unlocked without much effort except for 2 or more difficult ones. Story missions usually consist of racing from A to B, destroying an enemy vehicle, quietly following a vehicle, or boss battles in a way where you will need to use various skills of your characters to defeat them. I felt much effort was put into the music, sound effects and voice acting in this game. The soundtrack is better than most games out there and very fitting for a racing game. Voice acting is done by real actors and that's how it's supposed to be done. This together with the sound effects make the game sound top notch. Graphics are okay but feel a bit rough at times. The car and character models are good enough at times, but I felt the environment were a bit too simple. Given the size of this game, I would have expected the graphics to be a bit better and the overall experience would have been much better if they focused a little bit more on this. Things I personally liked are that the character models of Vin Diesel, Tyrese Gibson and Michelle Rodriguez are done very nicely. As every level has cutscenes, you get to know all these characters we love so much from the Fast and the Furious movies even more, and through this game we get a new installment of the movie franchise in a way. The story really fits well as a side story to all the movies out there, and for that reason alone, I'm inclined to recommend this game. Even though a bit exaggerated, I really enjoyed the extreme moments in the game where the last mission counts as the best example of this fact, where even Batman would be proud of Dominic Toretto's skills. It's not a game without flaws, as I've encountered more than a few moments where frame rate dropped to incredibly low levels. Funny enough, even the ending credits didn't run smoothly. And a few times I just fell through large rocks in the environment. If you want to go back to the main menu and then reload a level, loading can take much too long at times. One level even took around 2 minutes of loading. Loading in between levels or restarting a level strangely doesn't take that long, so if you just will not go back to the main menu too often, you won't be bothered by loading screens so much. But if you're trophy hunting just like me, then you will go back to the main menu from time to time. The main story isn't that long for a game with this price tag, as I've completed the story in 8 hours, while also unlocking most of the story related trophies in that time frame. Spending more time in the game after that will have to be done in multiplayer mode, as there is not a lot of replay value. At the time of this review, there were no other players yet in the multiplayer lobby, so this review and its rate will only be for the story mode. For all those Fast and the Furious fans out there, I think they will really enjoy this title. It gives another alternative to explore the franchise while waiting for a new movie to come out. For lovers of the racing niche, it's a nice game, but maybe a bit too short. How much you will like the multiplayer section would be the decisive factor if it's worth to buy or not. Everything considered, I would rate the single player campaign a 7 out of 10 points. If you like this review, please leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace out and game on.